I'm here to talk about the Osprey Poco Child Carrier. Been lucky enough to review this and I must say I'm very excited about it. I have been using a Little Life carrier for my son, who's a pretty chunky baby, and I just needed something that was a little bit more adjustable on the body height, so this has been absolutely perfect. So this carrier comes in at £300, that's the RRP price. There's definitely deals to be had online, so definitely worth having a look around. I know that on the Osprey website they often have 10% off your first order, so if you haven't ordered before then you can have a pretty hefty discount that way, so that's worth looking at. This carrier is 3.5 kilos, so pretty light in terms of decent, chunky child carriers, which is great if you do struggle with carrying your child in other sort of traditional carriers. Sometimes they can have quite heavy metal frames, but this is definitely one of the lighter ones on the market. One of the best features I think about this bag is definitely the adjustability. I do tend to have, I have got quite a short body, so being able to adjust the size of the straps is definitely beneficial for me. So if you can see here on the back, this has got a really easy adjustable part here, so you just unclip here this plastic clip and then your shoulder straps can come up and down depending on your body height. So that is it just makes it so much more comfortable when you've got it in the right place and you're carrying the weight of your child in the right area, so you're not putting strain on your shoulders or your back. You can get it just right. And it did take a little while just to fiddle around and get the right setting, but once you've got it in place, it's absolutely perfect. So definitely a really nice feature for this bag. If you're used to Osprey backpacks, then you'll know that all the fixtures and fittings and straps are normally pretty good with in terms of build and quality, and that's the same for this carrier as well. So we've got a really good, easy to use middle chest strap, so that's really handy. It's got the classic Osprey emergency whistle on there as well, and then most importantly, these straps that go around your waist, you can pull those nice and tight, and there's really nice padding and support around the hip area as well, so it just makes it extra comfy, and you want to load a lot of the weight around your hips rather than on your shoulders where you can. These have both got handy little pockets, so lots of mesh pockets on the sides which are really useful for bits and bobs, and then also there's lots of mesh side pockets up here for drinks bottles, toys, snacks. You always need snacks when you're out on adventures, and a few sort of slidey in pockets at the back as well, so that's pretty handy. Great for wipes and things like that. In terms of the main storage part, this bit down here offers you the really big sort of storage compartment, so it's really nice and deep and goes right down there, so you can fit loads of stuff in there, probably for the rest of the family. Stick your picnic in there, which is always handy, and all of those have really nice long toggles on the zip, so it just means that if you're sort of wanting easy access and you're fiddling around, they're easy just to grab hold of and pull just like that. Another really nice feature is the pop-out stand, so this easily pops out like that, and it just means that you can put the bag down like that, either with the child in and it's completely stable, or when you're just getting loaded up and you want to put bits and bobs in and pack up your bag for the day. Just a really nice feature, so it means it doesn't get wet or muddy, just keeps it nice and tidy. So we've spoken about comfort for the wearer, for mum or dad or whoever it may be, but in terms of where the child goes, there's some lovely features just to make them extra comfy and stable as well. This is the chest strap, so the arms go through these straps here, so the child is facing this way, and it just makes them really secure, and they can sit upright and there's no sort of wobble. I've had carriers in the past where the child's slumped over to one side and it can be a bit disconcerting, particularly when they fall asleep. So this is really handy, it just keeps them really safe and secure. And those clip just to the back there, so once they're in, they're really stable. There's a really nice sort of deep padded saddle area, so that keeps the child nice and stable in there, and then the legs come through. The one bit that I love is these stirrups here. feature. So the child's feet will go through these, and these are really easily adjustable depending on the length of your child's legs. I really remember as a kid having piggybacks from my dad and getting really bad pins and needles in my legs, and I'm pretty sure that something like this, where the child can sort of rest their legs against, I'm sure that it will stop pins and needles, and I just hope, in my mind, I hope that that's what they achieve when Charlie's sat in here. He seems pretty comfy when he's in it, to be honest, and he really enjoys sort of having a little stand up and sort of jig around in those, so that's good. So on lovely days like today when the sun's shining, obviously your child's probably got a hat on, but the lovely feature of this is a really quick and easy access sunshade. So this just pulls out like that and clips in, and it just tucks in, so they're super easy to tuck those in, and you've got an instant sunshade with really nice open mesh on the side, so if it's a hot day there's so much ventilation, you know, they're not feeling hot and stuffy, but they've still got that lovely bit of shade and have a nice little nap in there. So I really enjoy that feature, that's great, and plenty of room for them to look out as well, so they don't miss anything when you're out on your adventure walks or down the beach and things like that. So that's a great feature. Put the sunshade away, it's just as easy as getting it out, so you just literally pull down the tabs out of the little hooks there, one on each side, and then tuck those in, and then literally just push it down back into the zip slot, zip it up, wherever that is, and there you go, easy peasy. On rainy days it comes with a really easy to use rain cover as well, so this just pops on over the top. There's a couple of clips that just clip in round the front, and then round the back you've got a couple of Velcro ties, so they go round the stand, and some little toggles that just pop into some elastic loops down the bottom. So there's plenty of viewing space. There's a nice sort of clear window, so they can still look out and enjoy the view, but keeps the bag and baby nice and dry all at the same time. So that's a really nice feature, really easy to use. And also I like that it's completely removable as well, so you can wash that if you need to, or you know, stick it on the washing line to dry after you've had a particularly soggy walk. So that's a really handy feature there. It also fits really nicely in the storage pocket underneath, so it doesn't take up too much room, and you can squish it up nice and small. So all in all, I'm really pleased with this bag. It's a great carrier, really good for the adjustability on the shoulder straps. I really enjoy that feature. As with all the Osprey range, they're a really sustainable company as well, so all their products are made from sustainable materials, which is lovely. I think, you know, more and more people are looking for that in a company when they're buying tech that they want to last for a long time. It's really important, so that's a great feature. Other things like, you know, they've got this removable dribble pad, which is always useful. You know, it does get mucky after time, especially if kids are having snacks whilst you're on a walk, so this comes out and you can wash it, and it's all, you know, great material that you can wipe down, keep clean, and it stays really nice and tidy, which is lovely. Great storage, really comfy for both mum and baby, or dad and baby, so that's lovely. Yeah, and it's just a great carrier, really impressed with it. £300, it does seem like a lot of money, but you know, if you compare that to the price of a buggy, which, you know, can cost over £1,000, I think it's a really good investment. It's allowed us to get out and about on lots of really great walks in the forest, down the beach, up mountains. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it, and yeah, definitely recommend taking a look. I think you'll be suitably impressed as well. So this is the Osprey Poco Carrier, and that's available on their website now.